All of you now first exhale strongly. Okay, then deep inhalation. The moment you start deep inhalation and holding the breath, automatically all the thoughts disappear. After the Dhyanam, you share your thought. The mind could be everywhere, but the moment you start conscious breathing, that is the beauty of the Pranamaya Kosha. It takes you away from Annamaya Kosha and focuses you on the Manomaya Kosha. So once again, deep breathing. Especially when you're holding the breath, the retention period, I think is the most wonderful period in your mind where nothing is crossing your mind. So slowly the mind is focusing only on the breath. After doing at least minimum of 4 pranayamas like this, from the breath, shift your attention to the mind. When you focus on the mind along with deep breathing, so now the breathing happens automatically. Deep breathing happens unconsciously, not consciously. Unconsciously, you'll be doing deep breathing. Normally, you are doing breathing unconsciously. Now we should breathe deep breathing unconsciously, and the focus should be on the mind. So within a moment, the entire universe will vanish, and you will be able to just focus on what the mind is thinking, and you will find that thoughts totally disappear. So no? Means what is the practical experience? It's possible to get rid of all the thoughts from your mind. And so use this technique whenever the mind goes into a negative spiral. When there is a lot of negativity, disappointment, depression, challenges, sorrow, problems, stress, anxiety, tension, just sit down in one place and then just do this deep breathing a few times and then look at the mind, focus on the mind. You'll see the appear. So first step is to remove all negativity from the mind. It's a wonderful process, very practical process, easy process, but requires discipline. Pretty sure after this class, many of you will not do it. So we are trying to do it in the class. So all of you attend all these 4 sessions every week and practice there. So keep on observing the mind. Also, earlier when doing pranayama, relax all parts of the body. So no part of the body should have any discomfort, which means presence of the body is totally what? Ignored. Means what? That doesn't become a conscious part of the mind, that I am the body. Then when you start observing the mind, the thoughts disappear. So there is no more thought attached to me. I am not the mind. Then there is only one thought that I am trying to focus on what is there in the mind. So there is nothing existing in the mind. So the only thing is I consciousness. I exist bereft of all my upadhi, we say. Bereft of all the what? That I am so and so, my name, my age, my height, my relationships. Bereft means without any adjuncts. I exist and I'm observing the mind which is thoughtless. So then raise the mind from there. You have to now consciously do it. You have to use the buddhi. So later I'll explain. There are 4 aspects of the mind. Technical, these are already technical aspects. The fundamental thing is called chitta, then manaha, buddhi, and ahankara. There are 4 aspects of the mind. So ahankaram means the thought I. That will be predominant always, consciously or unconsciously. So I exist, and so I am raising my thought to the higher reality, supreme reality, which is the substratum of the entire universe. Sat Swarupam. So focus on the fact that Brahman, the supreme reality, is pure existence. Importantly, now we should start understanding that existence is the nature of Brahman. Existence doesn't belong to any matter principle. Existence doesn't belong to the universe. So these are all Vedantic deep concepts. That's why traditional Dhyanam, different from meditation, needs Vedantic knowledge and proper approach to Dhyanam by all the process, pranayama, conscious breathing, observing the mind. Then what happens within the mind during Dhyanam? Only by proper Vedantic study for decades, right thoughts will appear. But now also raise the thought supreme reality. Why? Because that is the nature of pure existence and pure consciousness. My nature also is pure consciousness. So there is only one reality. Even the ahankara tattvam, ahankaram that is coming also is mithya. So there is only one reality. That reality is Brahman, Atman. Everything else is only seemingly real, like the picture on the screen. And so, as an individual, I'm never ever going to get agitated, upset, getting into a sorrowful mood or disappointment, depression, stress, anxiety, tension for anything that happens in life. Yasmin thitona dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate. Gurunapi, even the greatest calamity can happen. But I will never lose my fortitude, my willpower. And so all that you will be a witness. Sakshi cheta kevalo nirgunascha. Sakshi, a pure witness. So this thought, now learn more, lot more things to discover in Dhyanam, traditional meditation. So you now apply your 2 middle finger with some heat on top of the eyelid and slowly open it, slowly, okay? So these 5 minutes, it's not a good experience, away from everything, right? You're away from your own individual nature, yes or no? Huh? It's the beauty of traditional Dhyanam. Very good, Sagar. Okay, now let's start the class. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirbighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurte Namaha
Sadaशिवसमारम्भां Shankara-Acharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam Shruti-Smriti-Purāṇānām Ālayam Karuణālayam Namāmi Bhagavad-Pada-Shankaram Loka-Shankaram Shankaram Shankara-Acharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Putra-Bhāṣya-Kṛtav Vande Bhagavanto Punah-Punah Ishvaro Guru-Ratmeti Murti-Bheda-Vibhagine Vyoma-Vat-Vyapta-Dehaja-Dakshinā-Murteye Namaha Pāra-Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakrammo Panishader Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Sri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Now the 6 slokas. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Sri Saraswati Namaha Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Reshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatma Bhavasthaha Jnanadipena Bhasvata Jyotishamapi Tajyotihi Tamasah Paramuchyate Gnanam Gneyam Gnanagamyam Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam Nahi Gnanena Sadrisham Pavitramiha Vidyate Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalenatmani Vindati Gnanena Tutadajnanam Esham Nashitam-Atmanaha Teshamaditya-Vajnanam Prakashayati Tatparam Yathaidhamsi Samit-Bhognihi Bhasmasat Kurute-Arjuna Jnanagni-Sarva-Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha Yasya Sarve Samarambhaha Kama-Sankalpa-Varjitaha Jnanagni-Dagdha-Karmanam Tamahu Panditam Buddhaha Om Shanti 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 Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Shashtodhyayaha Dhyana Yogaha Om Narayana Parom Vyaktat Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantaspi me lokaha Saptadvipa cha medini Om. Now, sloka number 28. 28 you all learned or you should learn now. 27 is over, right? 27 Padavibhaga Anvaya is over. 28, should I teach you? Should learn, to be learned. Okay. So let us stand 27 together and then go to 28. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Prashantamanasam Henam Yoginam Sukhamuttamam Upaiti Shantarajasam Brahmabhutamakalmasham Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam. Hearty welcome to the next session on Dhyana Yoga, 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavan explained that the process to be established in supreme Anandam is first realization through Vedantic study that you are nothing but pure consciousness, the ultimate truth. Your true nature is pure consciousness, bereft of any of the adjuncts. Manobuddhi ahankara chittani naham. Clear? Now, that remains only intellectual when you study Vedanta, correct? You are putting, all these notes in the Madhyam, Sri Vidya, all the team is doing. No, they are doing wonderful notes. You're studying that. Yes, you're understanding. Yes, like physics, chemistry, you study, right? When you apply physics, Rutvij Raval, Suprabhatam, it's called applied physics. Only applied chemistry, correct? You see that, right? And when you apply that, do you apply on yourself? You apply on something else. Thermodynamics, correct? You apply on something else. In this case, what you study, you have to apply on yourself. It's not somebody else's. No, beyond body, sense organs, mind, intellect. You are beyond what? Body, sense organs, mind, intellect. You are pure consciousness. You are pure existence. And incidentally, what? You are pure bliss. Your true nature, Ram Venkat, is pure bliss. How many of us are able to appreciate, understand, accept, and own up to the fact that my nature is true bliss? When? Only while doing Dhyanam? Huh? No. 24/7, that is our true nature. So what happens during Dhyanam? We try to recollect all these thoughts because during Dhyanam, the mind has got tremendous focus. And so the power of the mind when fed with the right thought, that is why I keep saying, don't practice Dhyanam if you have got an agitated mind. If you are in depression, if you are having problems, you are in too much of sorrow, unless you are able to cleanse up the mind from all the agitations and problems. Correct? Huh? That is why even daily Dhyanam, we say before the world gets into your mind, let Dhyanam get into the mind. What happens early morning? First thing, all of us get up and see the mobile. What is happening? Correct? Am I right or wrong? Today is a disease. Everybody sleeps with mobile, gets up with mobile. So, before even you're thinking, the word has gone into the mind. And so what happens? Any amount you try to do Dhyanam, you will not be successful and it will further create problems because, no, very important, all this will not get anywhere. No meditation course. And 99.9% things on internet are already, very, very wrong. And Subramanian sir, absolutely wrong. Not only, basically wrong. Absolute wrong things they put in internet. You read all those things, get confused. Please understand, during Dhyanam, the mind is very powerful. Power of the mind is very high because of a lot of focus. You go back to the days when you were young and studying for your exams. When you are shutting off from everything else in a room and focusing on some mathematics, physics, chemistry, the ability to grasp is very high or not? Yes or no? Nah, why do they say no TV, nothing, no radio, no people, go in the room, shut the room and study? Yes or no? Because when you shut off from external influence, your mind becomes very focused and you're able to grasp things. Similarly, during Dhyanam, write down, the mind is extremely powerful, very sharp. So whatever thoughts you entertain at that period will further get fortified. It will become totally integrated in your system. So that is why we say, do Atma Dhyanam, highest Dhyanam, what Bhagavan has taught. So what you learned systematically through study of Vedanta Shastras has to be brought into the most powerful mind during Dhyanam so that gets impressed in your mind like an imprint. No, they say, a die, right? A die has got an imprint. So you can keep on doing multiple copies of that. Like that, at the deep core of the mind, Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi Ayam Atma Brahma Prajnanam Brahma should be there, strongly impressed in the mind. And that's what we are doing in traditional Dhyanam. People who teach meditation don't know Atman, don't know Brahman, don't know Vedanta, don't know Upanishads. They teach some crass things and so it becomes crash course. So you crash finally. Please be careful. Everything looks seemingly right and seemingly enticing, but it'll end up pushing you down a valley. So be careful. Follow the Gita, follow the Upanishad, follow the Shastra. So Bhagavan is saying that your true nature of supreme Anandam will be that glimpse of an Anandam you will get when you are in deep Dhyanam the right way. Because as we discussed, so that is called as Dhyanam, which what naturally dissociates the mind from dukkham. Tam vidya dukkha 𝐒𝐚𝐫𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐲𝐚𝐫𝐚 sanischayena yoktavyaha yogo nirvinna chetasa. Each and every shloka in Dhyana Yoga, Mruna madam is very lucky. You all know, committed to memory all the shlokas. I told you all these shlokas you commit to memory. And that will become the practice for you when doing Dhyanam. Are you able to dissociate from sorrow during Dhyanam or not? Madhu Hari, tell me. During Dhyanam, are you still connected with sorrow? Huh? 𝐒𝐫𝐢 all of you. Huh? There is total dissociation from everything, including sorrow. So when you dissociate from sorrow, what happens? Supreme Anandam. So comes indeed to the Dhyana Yogi who has got Gnanam, free from impurities. At least during Dhyanam period, mind is fully purified from all impurities, or no? Mind doesn't entertain Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryam. And agitations are subsided. No more agitations. The mind is a nature. It's always agitated. Sankalpa vikalpatakam manaha. Sankalpam vikalpam atmakam manaha. So it keeps on creating some desire, changes continuously. Continuous change. You know, there is a saying in English, change is the only constant. And the mind is the best example of change. Yes or no? Mind keeps on changing continuously. Say once something, next day, next minute, it will change. Raja Sagar, correct? Huh? So that's how the mind is. We'll go through a beautiful journey of the technicalities of the mind, the various aspects, chitta, buddhi, manaha, ahankara. And why, all of you on camera, many of you not camera on, Chetan Sharma, why our Sanatana Dharmas, practices, methodologies, what our rishis have found, are the best methods to purify the mind. You will discover all that. For that you would have patience. So to explore the mind itself is another 18 classes. We'll do it separately, but I'll give you the brief of all these things during Dhyana Yoga. Every class little bit. So the 4 aspects of mind that determine how you are functioning as an individual, how to train it, all that you will discover. So free from agitations. How the same mind that was agitated continuously by proper practice of Dhyanam, are you able to make it agitation free during Dhyanam or not? No, Lakshmi Narasimhan, correct? Huh? During Dhyanam, does the mind have any agitation? Bhagi, you tell me. Huh? It is free from agitation. How? We will find out. Okay. So then that mind is totally tranquil, tranquility, peace, quietude. That means what? There is a method to be established in quietude, tranquility, free from agitations, pure. And get the glimpse. A pure mind gets the glimpse of Atman, pure consciousness, Satchidananda Swarupam. So Bhagavan says, this person indeed becomes Brahman. That means what? He's always Brahman, he or she. At this point in time, you get a glimpse. Yes, there is something that I need to practice constantly, consistently. And so when this becomes second nature, so a constant dhyanam every day, you are reinforcing the thought. What you reinforce, what you reapply, what you keep on repeating in the mind, you become that. Please understand. If I say, no, I am depressed, I am a useless fellow, nothing is possible, life is like that, life is always, no, we all keep saying no negative things. Nah, this is what is written in my head, I can't do anything. Nah, keep on saying that, you become that. Yadbhavam tad bhavati. All are no Vedic statement. Whatever you think, so you improve your positivity, right thinking. And when that is totally impressed in the mind, by nature, during interaction also, you will not lose your peace of mind at any cost. Clear? That is Supreme Anandam. That is Brahman. Brahman is not somewhere else in Mount Kailash, Vaikuntham, somewhere in the sky. Where is Brahman? In a Sundar VK. Where is Brahman? Huh? Where is Brahman? You know, you are Brahman, not within us. I am that Brahman. So if Brahman was only in Vaikuntham, you cannot get Atma Dhyanam. You should go to, everybody cannot go to Vaikuntham, right? Please understand. So the process is understanding Aham Brahmasmi. Beautiful process. That's why Vedanta Shastra study and Dhyanam has to be integrated. Now, Shloka number 28. Before I continue, whoever is coordinating the meeting, Ram Ramana, Please tag up Ravi NG. He'll do a small presentation today. Okay, thank you. Shloka number 28. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Yunjannevam Sadatmanam Yogi Vigata Kalmashaha Sukhena Brahma Samsparsham Atyantam Sukhamashnute.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Yunjanyevam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha sukhena brahma samsparsham atyantam sukhamashnute.
Very good. All of us together. Now you see once again, Bhagavan is never tired of using the word Brahman, Brahman, Brahman as part of what? Dhyana Yoga. Underline the word Brahma Samsparsham, Atyantam Sukham. So, chant again. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Yunjan Nevam Sadatmanam Yogi Vigata Kalmashaha Sukhena Brahma Samsparsham Atyantam Sukhamashnute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. For a moment, think where is this Upadesham being given to Arjuna? Nah. In Kurukshetra, during what? The Mahabharata war. And Bhagavan is telling the mind can be extremely tranquil, peaceful, supreme anandam, have that Brahma Gnanam, Brahma Samsparsham. What? Provided you do all the right practices. That means what? And again, irrespective of any activity you are doing, the most difficult activity you can do is take up arms and kill your own what? Relatives, friends, yes or no? Teacher, grandfather. What is Arjuna supposed to do? The most difficult aspect, yes or no? Have any of us got such a difficult task? Guru Arpan sir, tell me. At best, we have a flat tire in the road, which you have to fix. Or some problem with your relatives, daughter, son, something, they will not listen to you. They will come down wrong direction. Correct? That is the main problem, right? Money problem, something. But none of us has such a big problem, correct? He cannot run away also. You're seeing, no, you should understand Gita properly. He has no chance. You can escape from many things. In life, what we do, either we try to solve or we escape. Here, Arjuna cannot escape. Krishna here, correct? He has to be there. He has to do the job, most difficult job. He has to do it very smartly, intelligently, correctly, without getting emotional. Look at the challenges Arjuna has got. Really, he should be a yogi. That is why he is teaching Dhyana Yoga to Arjuna. You understand now? So, Bhagavan is teaching all the techniques, but Arjuna didn't understand much. And again, that's the reason he is still confused till 18th chapter. So that means what? A confused mind cannot integrate all the knowledge. Another point you should note down. What a beautiful thing. So now somebody can do homework. Somebody can go before the next class. How many slokas? Give sloka reference. Bhagavan has said that the mind will be having supreme anandam. Sukham atyantikam. Sukham atyantam sukham. What all slokas Bhagavan has told in Dhyana Yoga? Please get the reference. How many slokas is mentioned? 2. How many places Bhagavan has told Brahma Samsparsham? That Brahma Gnanam, Brahma Bhutam, the word Brahman has come in Dhyana Yoga. Please understand. That means what? Brahma Gnanam alone can give Atyantika Sukham. Please understand. Atyantam Sukham. It is only the practice of dhyana where you recollect the knowledge of Brahman. So, just by practicing meditation, you will not become permanently happy. Are you getting the point now? And if you go to the wrong courses, pay money, all these crash courses, and get into so much trouble. I know so many people who have gone and registered all these courses, attended some course, some half-baked idiots teach something. After that, they are in depression, further depression. To get them out of that is a very big problem after that. Please understand, learn the right way. Learn it once, learn it right. Now, NRS, clear? That's why all this then free of cost, no money, free. So please understand, do it the right way. So Bhagavan is saying here beautifully, thus means what so far? What all has been told. Now go to your ebook. See, so many tools and techniques are given to you. 1 to 9, Bahiranga Sadhana, 10 to 15, Antaranga Sadhana, 16, 17, important Bahiranga Sadhanas, 18 to 32, where we are doing right now, Dhyana Swarupam. So by making sure that you have the right steps, right techniques, thus means what? Venkataraman Suprabhatam. This is the way to do. You cannot do the way somebody says, somebody with a beard, somebody with a turban comes says, you cannot follow that. So thus constantly engaging the mind. So that means what? Make it a habit. Every day morning, or even if you are not able to morning, at least attend all the 4 Gita sessions live. Are you able to see the difference? All of you? That doing alone, Radha Sagar, easier or sitting along with the class and the guided meditation, which is easy? You tell me, at least to begin with. Huh? Which is easy. So at least attend the class. And so what happens is, when you learn traditionally from a traditional teacher, the power of the Guru Parampara also connects with you. And so you're able to focus better or not. Nah, I leave you alone. They're leaving no cow alone in a big place to grass. The place of grass will go on grazing, right? Like that, the mind will go on in different direction. There is no control. Yes or no? We should be practical. Huh? So I'm saying again and again, attend the class. That's why I say attend the class live. Even while you listen to the same thing in YouTube, it will not be so powerful. Yes, 50% improvement is there compared to sitting alone. Correct? Vidya madam, correct? Vidya Guru, correct? Huh? When you sit with the teacher and learn, it becomes very. So that's why even Atma Dhyanam has been only from teacher. So thus constantly engaging the mind in this Dhyanam. Means what? At least 4 classes, every week sit down and do, whatever be the time. It could be night or day, whatever it is, sit down and do this. What happens? The yogi becomes purified, because Dhyanam is the only way. What? For the final purification, samskaram, karma, what? Kaikam karma, vachikam karma, all that will purify, but manasam karma, Dhyanam, the highest manasam karma, because in mind also you can do japam. Nah, manasika japam also is manasam karma. There are 4 or 5 different practices for manasam karma. The karma done through the mind. Among them, the highest is Dhyanam done with Atma Gnanam, what I teach you finally. So there are so many steps finally when you reach that. That becomes the most purifying aspect, because that then gives you the glimpse of Brahman. Pavitranam Pavitram. The purified yogi, what happens? That is Nischal, effortlessly attains limitless Anandam. Write down. So when you do all the practices, anybody has gone to any of the important place. When you go to, say for example, you go to Arctic region, polar circle, climb a mountain, Mount 𝐒𝐫𝐢, somebody has done that. Lot of effort is there to go to the peak. Yes or no? Some trekking you are going, correct? But finally when you reach, you put a flag or something, correct? Effortlessly that happens. That is effortless, correct? Effort is done. I had the great opportunity to cross the polar circle. I taken a photograph. Cross the polar circle, put the flag, and share with somebody. Okay. So it takes effort to go there. Ram Subbu. After you reach the peak, it's a wonderful experience, right? So it's effortlessly you are there. Like that, all the practices you do every day, karma yoga, all this chitta shuddhi activities. Then finally, Vedanta Shastra, systematic study for decades, is not going to happen overnight. Please understand. The moment you leave the class, what takes over your mind? Is Vedanta predominant, Raman? What happens? So many other things come and occupy the mind, even to make sure that you understand what is happening is not real. Are we able to appreciate? In fact, 99.9 and other than Atma Gnanam, everything is unreal. Enna? Sundarmama, Suprabhatam. Nah. Kadasi stage la Brahmaiva Satyam. Brahma Gnanam api mithya. The Gnanam also is the vritti in the mind, in the manaha. Brahmaiva Satyam. That is why we say go beyond even that thought. I am Brahman. It's establishment in Brahman. So this person effortlessly attains what? When you are established in Brahman, what is nature of Brahman? What is the nature of Brahman? Anando Brahmeti Pyajanat. Anandat heva 𝐒𝐵𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐚 𝐂𝐢. That's why we chant this mantra whenever we also honor somebody. Is a beautiful mantra, right? So Anandam is Brahma. Anandam Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma. Pure consciousness is Brahman. Anandam is Brahma. Anandaha Brahma. Anando Brahma iti Vyajanat. Anandaha Brahma. Clear? Huh? So attains what? This Anandam is not what? Alpanandam. It is Paramanandam, permanent Anandam. Without any other what? Objects, sense objects. Without even your mind. It's your true nature. Very difficult to grasp and appreciate. You spend a lot more time studying Vedanta. And Bhagavan clearly says what? This Anandam belongs to Brahman. Somewhere else he has told the same thing. Let us see whether you are studious enough. Post class, do some homework. All the homework our ebook team cannot do. In the same chapter, another place, Bhagavan has told Anandam belongs to Brahman. So Bhagavan wants to re-emphasize again and again that pure Anandam is there only in Brahman, not in any matter principle. What you experience Anandam through different aspects, Bhaji Bonda, or listening to some music, seeing something, is reflected Anandam. Just like reflected consciousness, Chidabhasam is present within your body. Reflected Anandam is what you're experiencing. Reflection of Chinde, we are satisfied. Radha Krishna sir? So, like now you go to a theater and see the picture and enjoy, right? What is that? It is reflection. Is it true? Similarly, everything we are experiencing in life is reflected Anandam. Adhe number what? Like we say, no, something that is a lie, keep on repeating. Madam, it is accepted as truth. It's what is happening today, correct? All over the world, in every aspect. So like that, same thing, unreal is keeping on being impressed again and again by all the media, everybody. So you think that is what is happiness. No value. Please understand, this is Supreme Anandam and that belongs to only Brahman. So many concepts. Please understand. One, you have to be what? Consistent, constancy of purpose, constantly do it. Committed, 3 C's are required. 2, mind is purified. What? That means what? Lot of steps have been taken earlier to purify the mind. It is a culmination of all that. Like you see, whenever you practice, no, for all your examinations, for CAT, MAT, SAT, BAT, everything, right? You have to practice for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, right? Finally, when you sit in the exam, it should culminate. That knowledge should appear there and quickly you answer all the questions. Correct? Anybody has taken all competitive exams. Can you start preparing just before the exam? Well, some people read before going to the exam hall. What will they read? What will you get? I've seen many of you right now. You have to prepare throughout the year, 2 years, 3 years. Now people start from 9th standard itself for JEE. Correct? IIT entrance, they start from 9th standard itself. Look at the way it's happening. So for that, you want to prepare. For all that, preparation goes on for 4 or 5 years. For the ultimate Gnanam, Moksham, which is the goal of life, no preparation. Parame Brahmani Kopina Saktaha. Acharya Shankara in Kashi, and he sang this Bhajagovindam. He is very, very disappointed. People are interested in so many things. Nobody is interested in what? Brahma Gnanam. So we are now planning Chaturmasyam, what? Visit to Kashi, all of you. Last week of July, we are planning right now as a first trip. Then Kurukshetra will plan later. Because Chaturmasyam begins on July 5th, Kashi Kshetram. Because I just talked about Acharya, no? Bhajagovindam. So it is, we just checked with everybody, other people, they say that first, this time Chaturmasyam is for 3 months. It will go till what? September end. Whoever can plan around what? July 27 to 30, at that period, we will be doing Bhikshavandhanam, Samasti Bhikshavandhanam. July, that is not important. Atmanathan. Our Bhikshāvandhanam date we put between July, what? 27th and 30th, 29th. That's the time we are trying to plan. And last week of July. Anybody can make it. Please book your tickets. We'll send a separate message. Go to Kashi, get peace of mind there also. Everywhere you are peaceful, but get more peace there. Do Chaturmasim, Bhikshāvandhanam, get lot of benefit. Okay, so now look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya for this. Yunjan evam sada atmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha sukhena brahma samsparsham atyantam sukham ashnyute. Clear? Now, very good. 11. Now look at the Anvaya. Evam, where every word is important and the Anvaya is very important. The word Evam should be underlined. Evam means thus, like this only you have to do. Don't follow meditation, that, this, inner engineering, art and all. Follow Bhagavad Gita. Evam, sada, yunjan, atmanam, vigata kalmashaha, yogi, sukhena, ashnyute, atyantam, sukham, brahma samsparsham. What a beautiful shloka. Now you got the Anvaya, all of you, PBA team? So that is they'll publish. Now all of you got it? Where does it culminate? Culminates in Brahma Samsparsham. Please understand. I repeat n number of times. Brahma Gnanam and Dhyanam integrated. Meenakshi madam. Here and now you can experience absolute bliss. It is not somewhere in the future, sometime later. Here and now. That is why the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Proof of the fact that I am established in Brahma Gnanam is when you are able to experience this throughout and also at least, if not throughout, during Dhyanam. Clear? With Atma Gnanam. Evam. Thus. Now meaning. Thus means what? You have to follow all the steps. Especially Bahiranga Sadhana. Nobody talks about this. No meditation course talks about Bahiranga Sadhana. All the practices from morning to night. Karma, Karma Yoga, all that you do properly. Please understand. Whether you do Dhyanam, Gnanam, first do this. That means what? Without basic education, you cannot go for higher education. So basic education is Karma, Karma Yoga, Bahiranga Sadhana, and Antaranga Sadhana, all those things. Then you are able to establish in Dhyana Swarupam. So, you should have a checklist. We have given extensively all the notes and lectures. Go back, revise, make sure proper Bahiranga Sadhana, proper Antaranga Sadhana, Dhyana Swarupam, and do all the small modifications, whatever you need to do. Those things you clean up as you go forward. Evam, thus, in this way only, sada yunjan, 2 words. Sada, that means what? Constantly. Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asat kalparthakam bhasate. Sada, constantly. Yunjan, engaging. So in bracket, you should write what? In meditation, engaging in meditation. Atmanam. So engaging, here Atma means the mind. Write down. Here Atma doesn't mean Shuddha Chaitanyam. That's why you study systematically, patiently, in a relaxed way. If you hurry, what they say makes you worry. So don't hurry. Studying Shastras, don't hurry. Okay. So let's say Hari. You say no, Hari Om. Okay. Atmanam, here the mind. Atmanam, which vibhakti it is? Okay. Constantly engaging the mind in meditation. So that means what? Simple step. You follow the steps. Every day you sit at least 4 classes. Practice that 5-10 minutes of Dhyanam constantly, consistently. Then what happens? This first group, second group. Vigata kalmashaha yogi. So, Vigata kalmashaha is the qualification, adjective for the yogi. That means the purified yogi. Mentally purified yogi. That means what? It doesn't happen during Dhyanam. Are you getting my point? There's been a practice that has been established over decades of proper karma, karma yoga, bahiranga sadhana, antaranga sadhana. During Dhyanam, the last what? That is already purified. You purify further by Brahma Samsparsham. That's why Pavitranam Pavitram. That which purifies the final purity it gives. Vigata Kalmashaha yogi. Already the yogi is purified. So Bhagavan is saying the purified yogi. What happens to the person? Sukhena ashnyute. Sukhena. Effortlessly, happily. When you say I'm happy, you know what is the hidden meaning? There is no effort. To feel happy, should you need effort? You may have to work hard to get that so-called happiness. But to experience happiness, do you need effort? Sir, I need to put effort to experience happiness, sir. No, that is foolishness, correct? You work hard to get to being happy. You are understanding? Don't confuse. You have to work hard to earn money. But once the money is in the hand and see all the dollar, you are feeling happy. So should you put effort to experience the happiness? Tell me. Huh? So here, effortlessly, ashmyute, attains, experiences. What? Atyantam sukham, atyantam, limitless. This is what? You cannot put a full stop to it. There is there's nothing. That's anantam, anantanandam. Write down. There's something called as ananta anandam. Say, Bhagavan is called anantam. Correct? Ananta anandam, atyantam. Oh, limitless. Sukham. You know what I mean? Anantam means what? Venkataraman. Na antam iti anantam. There is no end. So that is limitless. Very good. Vinod. So atyantam sukham. That means what? Ati antam. Another meaning. Now, Sandhyavandhanam. Ati antam na. Antam means limit. Ati means it's crossed the limit. That's why limitless. Are you getting the technical meaning? Atyantam means what? No limit. You cannot put a boundary and say, oh, here ends my sukham. You can say, here ends my house, boundary. Here ends city of Florida. You can put all boundary. We have no boundary for Anandam. Because why? This Anandam is Paramanandam, Brahmanandam. Where is Brahman? What is the boundary for Brahman? Can you put a boundary for Brahman? Any of you? It's like Brahman is limitless. Brahman is boundaryless. Your Anandam also is boundaryless, limitless. No, Atyantam, Anantam, Sukham, Anandam. Even to hear such words, it's not so wonderful. What if you experience all these things within your mind? That too, at least for that 5 minutes. After that, if it is part of your life, day in and day out, how will it be? Atmanathan. So what to do? Sir, all this fine, sir. You are saying sit in Bhagavad Gita and learn. Who will know? Put food for me. I go to office. I got boss to manage. My wife, my children, my husband, my grandfather, father, mother-in-law. Come and manage them, sir. To study Vedanta, know how to manage all these people. Simple example I give you. There is something within you called the tongue. It is between 32 asuras. You know that? 32 teeth are trying to cut the tongue. And it is moving continuously. It is eating, speaking, doing so many things. Is it not escaping all these 32 fellows? Escaping or not? How is it doing? By instinct, by nature, learned, right? Similarly, you know how to maneuver. Nobody will take away your mother-in-law, father-in-law, husband, wife, son, boss, money. Everything will still be there. If nothing is there, being happy, you cannot be happy also. I'll remove everything from you. Try to be happy. Sir, empty, sir. Even though many people complain to me, sir, something, whatever is, something is emptiness in the mind, sir. Everything is there, but is empty, emptiness. So, is there also empty, not there empty? Why? Because no proper samskaram, no proper gnanam. Study Vedanta. You'll know how to do yoharam very well. So, effortlessly attains limitless anandam, atyantam sukham, limitless ananda. And what? Brahma samsparsham, samyak sparshati. Parshati means touched. Samsparsham. that which is touched or belongs to Brahman, Brahma samsparsham, belongs to Brahman, which belongs to Brahman. Atyantam sukham, write down, Atyantam sukham, limitless anandam, belongs to Brahman, Brahma samsparsham. Clear? Brahma samsparsham is a qualification for Atyantam anandam, Atyantam sukham. Clear? It's not something separate. So you attain limitless. Clear? What are the steps now? Write down. 1. Constantly engage meditation, Dhyanam. So that the idea is not experience bliss only during the period. Yes, you experience the bliss. See, suppose I say, every day you do exercise. Do you do exercise throughout 24 hours a day? People go to gym, BIM and all, no, they do all these things, right? Do you do 24/7? What you do? Half an hour, 1 hour jogging, says you do, no. That health you build, is it not percolating throughout 24 hours? Yes or no? Arey bhai, answer no, chat box mein. Are you doing always weight lift and all? People do that, no? So you do for half an hour, 20 minutes, that gets what? Spread over your life, right? Similarly, when you practice Dhyanam consistently, it percolates into your individuality, becomes integrated with you. Are you getting the point? Because integrating Atma Gnanam in your emotional quotient is Dhyanam. Constantly engage the mind in meditation. First, Dhyanam. Right Dhyanam. Don't practice wrong Dhyanam. Better to do no Dhyanam than doing wrong Dhyanam. Please understand. What? Next. The purified yogi. That means what? Process of purification has to happen day in and day out through your karma yoga. What happens to the person? Effortlessly attains. There's no effort finally. That's why I say, in Gnanam is not a sadhana. Ken, realization is effortless. Gnanam, to get Gnanam, you do all the sadhana. Studying Vedanta, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, all that is fine. Because finally it should realize, realization that is effortless. Please understand, effortlessly attains what? Atyantam sukham. Effort, second part, effortlessly attains limitless anandam. Where is anandam? Belongs to Brahman, Brahma samsparsham. Clear? So, couple of announcements. One, after a lot of effort, our 𝐕𝐚𝐲𝐤𝐚𝐫𝐚 has made a wonderful, he has put his own efforts, hands-on, then coding and created automated receipt generation process for all of you. All the donors, we can now get what? A very clearly printed automated receipts by digital copy. He'll demonstrate how it can be done. Very simple process. Let us give the floor to 𝐕𝐚𝐲𝐤𝐚. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Go ahead. Unmute.
Namaskar, Guruji.
Hari Om, Hari.
I'll just share my screen.
Okay.
I hope you are all able to see my screen.
Yeah, definitely. Please go ahead. Wonderful.
Okay.
Put it in view mode. Put it in view mode. No problem.
So I have 5 slides to cover, and I think I'll, in the interest of time, I'll quickly go through this. As a first, I think, like Guruji said, you have all been graciously contributing to the, providing Dhana Seva. And as part of that, one of the needs has always been to get receipts for the contributions made. So what has been put in place is I'll walk you through the steps on how you could generate it. Some of the members have already experienced this, and for the ones that this will be probably helpful. So what has been done is that from the website, there is a link where the receipts could be generated. It's a button, and that you will see, and you'll have to basically just fill in the form, which will capture the basic information, like saying who's the individual, what was the amount contributed, how it was contributed, when it was contributed, and then an email ID is generated. The receipt will be sent to the email ID that is provided. Now, the first step is, this is what you will see on the under the page of Seva. You'll see this. All you have to do a click to launch the form. Once you do that, you're going to see a form something like this. Essentially, this is one single form that should be that can handle at the moment for all the global members that exist. And it is in line, it has been put together in line with the payment options that you would all choose. Primarily for the Indian contributors in Indian rupees, there are three options available: check, bank transfer, and Razorpay, which is what we see. In all of that, the PAN number is mandatory and that will be provided. And the form is what I call context-based. Depending on what you choose as an option for paid by, you will see some of these fields getting presented. For international donors, we currently have PayPal and Stripe. And as you all probably know, it is payments are done in dollars. And you will see that there is also the phone number. And this is a very interesting use case. And by default, since I had logged in, I'm based in US, so you'll see the US icon reflected here. But if, depending on where you are located, the country code will be automatically defaulted. But you always have a choice and an option to change it by just clicking on it, and it will present the country codes pretty much for all 150 plus countries that exist. So you can pick an appropriate one and fill that. And additionally, for the corporates, we have been using the same form, and we had one very interesting use case, I think, wherein we utilized the existing form. And what we had done is these three constructs are mandatory. So off of which title was, the value was, you get an option to pick MS, and then, the company names would be filled in within these spaces of first and last name. And once this form has been filled in, you would just click on generate, at which point you would see in the browser a message something like this, which says that thank you for submitting. And like I'd indicated in my first slide, it's a simple three-step process. You fill in the information, it comes into the Brahmavidya's email for verification and approval. And once the information is verified against the bank receipt, it's automatically approved behind the scenes. And then you would get an email with the PDF receipt included. So this is the kind of a template that you can expect. It would be coming in from the email ID of Prakasham. And this is something that you will see. And again, I would say from a turnaround time, if I look at it, if you have submitted the filled in a form, let's say today, given at least about two or three business days for us to verify, and then to expect a receipt coming across. And so far, this receipt that we have put together is something that is targeted to be compliant with the tax needs for both, let's say, India or US or any other part, of the world, wherein to comply with the with the local agencies or the country needs. So ultimately, I think what you would see, I think this is a slide you might have just seen this previously, wherein there is a donor, they would fill in this form. These are the different options. And once this is submitted, it comes into, like I said, to Brahmavidya's team for review and approval. Once it's done, if it is approved, you will see a PDF receipt coming your way. If it is denied, you will also see a reason why it was denied. Maybe there was a reference number, or maybe a mismatch in the amount, or n number of reasons. Potential, I just took some case there. but those reasons will be captured and you will see that reflected. But this covers my slide deck. I would encourage you all to, for the donors who are looking for receipts, to go to this link and start the process. And I think there are many members, like I said, who were able to do this on their own. But if you need any assistance, I'll be probably happy to help you. And you can either reach out to me, or we can have some time on Saturday morning, US time, after the class. Maybe spend some time and walk you through on that. Yeah, thank you, Guruji.
Okay, excellent. While I'm saying a couple of words, why don't you please connect your computer to the online website? So two things. Please connect it while I'm saying something. So one thing is you can get receipts. Can you go to internet and go to the website if possible? You can get your receipts for all your donations from day one. First point. Indian donors, please make sure you enter PAN number, because mandatory. All donations, we need to give a reference number to the income tax authorities with respect to PAN number. And importantly, when you are referencing information, make sure they are correct. And let us all put our hands together for 𝐕𝐚𝐲. He has single-handedly done this. Hands-on coding, has done, looked at all the variations. Like that, he's doing so many more things for our new digital 2.0. Brahmavidya, new website is coming up. So amazing person to have on board, who speaks very less but does a lot of work, unlike other people. So amazing asset to our Brahmavidya, 𝐕𝐚𝐲. He came home. When he came to India, he spent 3-4 hours at home discussing all the strategies. He's putting everything step by step. And every week we're having a meeting with the vendor, and he's doing a wonderful job. Can you go online if possible and show the link itself for 1 second, so that people are, you're now still showing it's showing the PowerPoint presentation. I would like to see the website. Can you go to your Explorer or something? No. I want you to show live. I want you to show can you click and go show them the live website, please, if possible?
Yeah.
That'll be more powerful. Yeah. Okay. Well, you get it done. So all of you, please take the opportunity. You can get the receipts from day one. Whatever you paid from the last 1 year. Excellent work by Ravi-ji, and he has done it himself on his own. Okay. Go to the website, Seva Brahmavidya. Go to that. Can you see? Can you click that? In that, when you click this, click that. This is what.
This is the form.
That form will come up. Okay. When you click that form will come. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Excellent.
And I've just chosen one use case here, where I've heard that the people from US are either entering the Indian phone number or the address. So this is how you can pick and any country code. For example, Singapore. So I get the Singapore code, and then I could enter any of those numbers. So essentially, it is by default. Like I said, it defaults to the location where you are, but you can always
change it. And please understand, many of you are paying in Indian rupees, resident US people. No issues. Please choose phone number +91. Choose the Indian phone number. Then only you'll get a receipt from India. Because if you pay to India Trust, the receipt will be on the name of India Trust. If you pay to the US Trust, the receipt will be in the name of US Trust. For all people who are doing a payment, Indian rupee payment from US or from Singapore, wherever, for those people. Okay? Bank transfers, some people are doing. Wonderful, Ravi-ji. Thank you.
Sure.
And so all of you, please make the facility. Give in the initial period, there will be a lot of traffic. So give it a week as you go for people to get receipts. As you go forward, we can turn around 3-4 days. Okay. Thank you, Ravi. Hari Om. So now we'll go back to the class. So chant the last shloka we learned, and then we'll go to Gita Samvatsara Vaibhavam. Chant shloka number 28. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Yunjan Evam Sadatmanam Yogi Vigata Kalmashaha Sukhena Brahma Samsparsham Atyantam Sukhamashnute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Ravi-ji, please unmute.
Yeah.
So as I told you, July last week, between 25th and 30th, you please, whoever wants to come to Kashi, please come. We'll do Samashti Bhiksha Mandaram. We'll also plan for another trip, as I told, to Kurukshetra, other things, second part, but at least during Chaturmasyam. I hope it's a vacation time in US. Many of you can plan, I suppose, correct? In US, July is normally vacation time, right? Okay, July end we are planning. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who is chanting Gita Samvatsara today? Arun Dandapani. Go ahead.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Mahaganavaya Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Pratamodhyayaha Arjuna Vishada Yogaha. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Sanjaya Uvacha Drishtva tu Pandavanikam Vyudam Duryodanastada Acharyamupasangamya Raja Vachanam Abravit Pashaitam Panduputranam Acharya Magatim Chamum Vyudam Drupadaputrena Tavasishyena Dhimata Atra Shura Maheshvashaha Bhimarjuna Samayudi Yuyudhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharataha Drishtakeduschekitanaha Kashirajascha Viryavan Purujit Kundivojascha Saibhyascha Narabhungavaha Yudhamanyuscha Vikrantaha Uttamaujascha Viryavan Saubhadro Draupadeyascha Sarva eva Maharataha Asmakam tu Visishtaye Thanibodadvijottama Nayaka Mama Sainyasya Sanyartam Tan Bravimite. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
Very nice. Very nice chanting, Arun Dandapani. All of you are able to recollect the meaning. So now, quiz question. Who does Duryodhana speak to first at the start of Bhagavad Gita? Let us see. Like that, you should start appreciating all those aspects. Very good. Now, a couple of things. There is a very important question, Subramanian sir, about the aspects of mind. Write down Chitta, Buddhi, Manaha, Ahankara. 4 parts of the mind. I will take each and every aspect in detail as we go forward. It is a very detailed and complicated subject which cannot be handled just like that. I'll spend a little bit time continuously in all the classes. So attend all the Dhyana Yoga and also other classes. In any class, I may take up the subject. For people who want to understand the internals of the mind, how does the mind work? The most difficult question to answer. No scientist can answer. And many people are putting a lot of wrong things on internet. So please don't follow internet. You have to go back to the Shastras. And it's not also contained in one Shastra. You have to study Mandukya, Karika, Upanishads, Gita, all the Shastras properly. In fact, some of the aspects are dealt with even in the Moksha Dharma Parvam of Mahabharata. So all those things you have to understand, learn from a guru properly, then only you get the right knowledge about the mind. So don't get confused. Many people put all these jargons. Chitta, Buddhi, Ahankara. Somebody is putting Chitta, Venkatraman sir. Chitta na Chitta. Chitta na consciousness. Look at it. There is no connection between mind and consciousness. Mind is only matter. So many things are wrong in the internet. Please don't go. That's why I say, when Chat GPT comes, don't become a slave to Chat GPT or AI. Because what is garbage in, garbage out. You feed garbage, garbage will come out. So please be careful. Especially in spiritual matters, only study from a guru. Na guru is correct? Acharya. Acharya. Even during the war, where did Duryodhana go? Acharyam. That's why I asked you, whom did he go first? Upasangamya. Even for a war, The Shishya has to go to the Acharya. For spiritual knowledge, you have to go to only to Acharya. Please understand. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu. Grace of Lord Krishna, all of you. Come for all the classes regularly and practice Dhyanam. At least this can help you integrate slowly. Narayana, Narayana. Next on Saturday morning. Narayana.